Hello and welcome to another tutorial of Proflan. In this particular video, we're going to have a look of what are the questions that you expect to answer the non-calculator paper 2 extended IGCSE math in 2025. Remember, paper 2 is going to be a non-calculator paper, so we're going to see which are the kind of questions that you expected to answer, which topics you need really to prepare, and how you are supposed to approach those questions. If you are new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload the part 2 of this paper of 0580, you will be notified. Let's go down, and remember, you are not going to be using a calculator. You not enjoy the services of a calculator this year of 2025, so it's better you just appreciate the situation how it is, and we go right down and get to see what is provided. Here you are going to be provided with different formulas: area of a triangle, area of a circle, circumference of a circle, curved area of a cylinder. These are some of the formulas that you'll be given. Remember, you will be having a question of a quadratic formula. You'll be having cosine and sine rule. So we are supposed to look at this question here. First question, you are supposed to simplify a ratio. So meaning that because of the question, this kind of question that is provided here by Cambridge, because this is a specimen paper which is guiding students, what are the kind of question that will be asked. So this is a indicator that you may be asked a question to do with ratios. So maybe you are supposed to see how a ratio can be simplified, or how a given quantity can be shared in ratio. So this one, we're going to look for a common number that divides 12 and 30, or the highest common factor, and that is 6. And we can see now the answer is going to translate to ratio 5. We're supposed to state the lines or the lines of symmetry, and we can see this is a kite that looks like that, and we have only one line of symmetry here for this case. You'll also be expected to answer question to do with stem and leaf diagram. So you need to know how to find the range, you need to know how to find the median, you need to know how to find the mean. So those are the concepts that are likely to be tested in the year 2025, and you have to know how to answer this question. Now we are supposed to find the range, and the range we know is the maximum value minus the minimum value, or the highest value minus the lowest value in a given data that is provided. Now in this case, we are given the key that 1 and 2 like that represent 12 minutes in that case. So if we want to list then the times, in this case we're going to say 1 to 12 is the first one, 13 is another one because we're in the first column there, and then we have 16, 1 and 9 will give us 19. Now we move to 2, this will be 2 stroke 1, that will be 21, 22, again 22, 23 with 4, that is 24, with 8, and then 9 we have 28 and 29. Now we move to the third one, that is 3, 1 will give us 31, 34 all the way to 39. Then remember, the range is the maximum value or highest value minus the minimum value. In this case is 39 and 12, and if you subtract that, you are going to get your answer equivalent to 27. Now median is the middle number in a given data, and we're going to do that by cancelling numbers from each and every end, and then we're going to remain with 2 numbers at the middle like that. So that is 24 and 28, so meaning we're going to add the 2 and then find the average. So this is going to be 52 divided by 2, the answer becomes 26. Now in order to draw a pie chart, you need the angle on the pie chart. Then to do that, we need to know between 10 and 20 how many items do we have, or how much data that was lying there between 20 and 30 and 40. So we are going to go there and count between 10 and 20. We are having this one, so this is going to be actually 4 in this case 20 and 30, we're going to also highlight them, and we're going to get our answer being equal to 8. And also the last one, we're going to have 6. Now to find the angle, remember it will be the value you have, for instance 4 divided by the total number of data sets. So that's going to be the data set was 18, so it will be 4 over 18 times 360 degrees. Because 18 will be equal to 360, what about 4? 18 degrees is equal, 18 will be equal to 360, what about 4? So we can use that fraction in 4 over 18 times 360, and remember 18 goes to 360 20 times, so this will be 20 degrees. 8 over 18, this is going to translate to 20, right? 20 times 8, that is going to be 160. And then we have from 30 to 40, that is 6, so it will be 6 over 18, and 18 goes here. 20 times 6 times 20, that's going to translate to 120. So you can be, then from there you can be able to draw a pie chart. Now in this case, which means that you need to know that you may be asked how to represent data. You can be able to be asked about drawing a pie chart, or you can be told to draw a bar graph, yeah. Or you can even be told to draw a histogram. Question to do with frequency cumulative curve or archive curves can be asked in this case for paper 2. So you must be open. This is a window that shows you that a topic from statistics, in this case mean, median, range, mode can be asked. And remember, mode is the highest data that appears in that particular data. How many times does a given data repeat itself? The mode is the one that repeats itself most. We need also to look at another question. You may be required to work out fractions, division, multiplication, and addition, and also simplifying them. You may be expected to work out mixed fraction, improper fractions, so you need to be very vigilant on those kind of concepts. And here 14 I can represent it as 2 times 7, and 15 I can represent it as 3 times 5. Then I can be able to cancel out what's common, and this is going to reduce as 2 over 5. Equation to do with shapes, area of triangles, area of circles, area of a sector are possible concepts that you really need to know how to work them out. We have also polygons, and in this case we are told that the size of the interior angle of a regular polygon. So this is an indicator that you may be asked to answer question on finding number of sides of a polygon, finding the interior or exterior angle of a polygon, also finding the sum of interior angles of a polygon, and also knowing how the name of those polygons. So you need to be very keen in the way you are revising, so that you can be able to ace that particular paper. Now we need to remember that the size of the interior angle of a polygon, we get it from the exterior. So we start by finding the area, the size of the exterior angle of a polygon. That's going to be 360 divided by the number of sides n. Then in this case a decagon has 10 sides, so we're going to say 360 over 10, which is going to be 36 degrees. Then you need also to remember that interior angle and exterior angle, both of them, they form a straight line. So interior angle plus exterior angle becomes 180 degrees. So the interior angle in this case will be 180 minus 36, because already we have the exterior angle, which is 36. And if you subtract this, you are going to get 144 degrees. Do you know how to perform conversion? Yes, of different quantities. Conversion from meter to kilometers, from kilometers to meters, centimeters to meters. Those conversions. Also capacity. 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 centimeter cubic. What about 5.7? Then now we can be able to say this is 5.7 times 1,000. over 1, then that becomes 5,700 centimeter cubic as the answer in this case. Arranging numbers in a given order, descending or ascending order from the smallest to the largest, or from the largest to the smallest. You may be given fractions mixed with decimals, you may be given percentage, so you need to convert all of them into decimals so that you can be able to be in a position of comparing. And if you can be able to do that, you are going to realize that our order will be as shown in this case. So another concept is area to do with probability. You need to know how to find probability from a dice. You need to know how to find probability from a spinner, and different basic probability concepts that will maybe not require you to use a calculator is an area that is going to be tested in this exam paper 2 of 2025. We are told that Jude spins a spinner once, and the probability that the spinner lands on, what is the probability that the spinner lands on a number that is greater than 6? A number that is greater than 6 in this case is 8 and 7. So 8 and 7, so those are two possible options. We'll take those are two outcomes out of the total number of outcomes we have here, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 possible outcomes, but for number greater than 6 is only 7 and 8. So we are going to say that is going to be 2 over 8. And that is our probability. Maybe if you can simplify it, it will be 1 over 4, and that is meant to make the examiner happy by simplifying like that. There's also an even number, or get a probability of getting an even number or a multiple of 7. Even numbers, in this case we are talking of even numbers. So and or in probability means addition, and in probability mean multiplication. So we are going to find the probability for even number, and then we get the probability of multiples of 7, then we add the two probabilities together because of the term or that is used there. So let me just remove this, then I identify even numbers. Even numbers include 8, 2, 6 and 4. So that how many numbers are those? 4 out of the 8 possible outcome. So it's 4 over 8 plus, let me remove this as well, so that is 1 over 8, because we have only 7, which is a multiple of 7, and if you add that, you see both of the denominator are the same, so we can add the numerator 4 plus 1, which is going to be 5 over 8, like that. Jude spins the spinner for 240 times. Work out an expected number of times the spinner lands on a number greater than 6. We need to get a probability number greater than 6, which is going to be 2 over 8 or 1 over 4. So it would be the probability times the number of times, and that becomes 60. So probably a question from here, question from probability, is gonna be tested, so you should be well prepared for that. Also construction of a triangle, construction of a parallelogram, construction of a rhombus, all are possible questions that you can be asked from this paper 2, where you are supposed to use a pair of compass only. And let me just take you through on how to construct a rhombus. We are going to first draw a line, and that is going to be 6 centimeters. So this is going to be 6 centimeters. Then from this point, draw an arc. You are going to use a pair of compass. You draw an arc of 9.5 centimeters. That from that point I've indicated red. Then from this second point here, draw an arc of 6 centimeters. That is another arc for 6 centimeters. So this arc for 6 centimeters, this arc for 9.5 centimeters. Then you can join now this point. Then again from this point here, draw an arc of 9.5 like that. And then from this point of red, draw an arc of 6 centimeters. Where they meet, now you can be able to join that way for you to obtain your beautiful rhombus. If you're getting value from Proflan YouTube channel, if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, so that when I'm going to work out the other tutorials and the prediction for paper 4, you will be notified. and also you'll be in a position to learn more concept with me, because I do videos on math and physics for both Cambridge and Edexcel. So let's dive in for the next question. Get to see what is the next question. You can see here is question to do with fractions. You are told that the time that Rafik works is divided into meetings, planning, and working in a computer. One day Rafik is in a meeting for 3/4 of the time, planning is 1/5 of the time, working on the computer took 25 minutes. So we can be able to say, let the total time that Rafik work in that particular company to be X, so that we can be able to express each of the fraction there in terms of X. So we are going to say 3/4 X plus 1/5 X. Then if we can add this, remember these are fractions, we are going to find the LCM, and the LCM is 20 in this case. So 4 goes to 20 5 times. 5 times 3 is going to be 15x, and 5 goes to 20 4 times. 4 times 1 is going to be 4, then we shall have x. So our final answer will be 19/20x. So the remaining time is going to be x. X was the total time minus 19/20, and that's going to translate to 1/20x. But this 1/20x is the remaining 25 minutes, so we are going to equate it to 25, and then we are going to say that this is going to be x is going to be 25 times 20. To multiply, we are going to put the 0 to 25. It becomes 250 times 2. That is going to give us 500 minutes. And remember, we are supposed to give our time in hours and minutes. So 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So you can see 500 divided by 60 will be what? Remember, 60 times 8 will give us 480. So we can be able to say this is going to be 8 hours, and that is 480. Then the remaining to 500 minus 480 is what? Just write in the comment section. That is 20. Remember, you not be having a calculator, so you need to be in a position to do such question. Number 11, we're supposed to expand. So you may be expected to do question to expand brackets. Maybe a bit more complex than this one. You may be expected to factorize, and also you need to remember the concept of a difference of two squares. So expanding this, we need to multiply the number outside to all the terms that are inside the bracket. 2x times 3x squared, that's going to be 6x cubed, and 2x times negative 8x is going to be 16x squared, and that becomes our final answer in this case. And this is just a difference of two squares. This one, it has to be there. Difference of these squares concept, it has to be tested. Expanding bracket, it has to be tested. Also, how to use a difference of two squares now. That is going to be 18 minus 19. Also 81 plus 19. 81 minus 19 and 81 plus 18. You can see now we need to know what is the answer if you subtract 81 minus 19. That is going to be 62, right? And then 81 plus 19 we translate to what? This is going to translate to 100. So 62 times 100, that's become 6,200 in that case. 6,200 in that case. Question to do with pressure is another area that is going to be very, very possibly going to be asked. And here I've just rounded up 196 to 200, and I've rounded 4.9 to 5 so that I can be able to easily divide. So that's another area, and actually that now is going to be 200 divided by 25. Why am I saying 25? Because we were told a square surface, so you have to find the area of that square in order to use the formula force pressure equals to force over area, and that translates to 40 Newton per meter square. Don't forget to do review area to do with reflection, enlargement, and also rotation. A very possible area that is going to be asked. So make sure you go through such kind of questions because they're gonna be tested in the year 2025 non-calculator paper. Ensure also you'll be having your construction materials, your pencils well sharpened, all the materials you need before you go for the exam. How to convert recurring decimals is another area that you need to go through. We can say this is x is equal to 0.38, 10x will be 3.88, 100x will be 38.88. Then you can see equation 2 and equation 3, if subtracted, we shall have 0 after the decimal place. So we are going to write this and then we're going to subtract the 2, and that translates to 90x is equals to 35. Then x is going to be 90 over 35, and if you simplify it, you are going to get your answer as 7 over 18. 7 over 18. So the next part we are going to pick from question number 15 onwards. So if you have not subscribed, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload the next part of this video, you'll be notified. Good luck and all the best in your exam. Leave the comment if the video was helpful and if you have learned and you have gained confidence on some of the concepts that you are going to be tested. See you. Good luck.